It's Brian Salada here. Today I wanted to talk to you about some important exercise equipment that's great to use when starting a workout program. The first one is you're going to want to have a water bottle. Now it's important to have a water bottle because we want to stay hydrated before, during, and after our workouts. Typically, one mouthful of water is 1 fluid ounce. So if we make sure to drink during our rest periods, like so between our sets, a set is like you do an exercise, or you do back-to-back exercises, or you do a few exercises in a row, and then you rest. That's the rest period between your sets. So a set is an exercise that you do. And if we drink between our sets during our rest periods, typically we can consume, depending on the workout and how many sets and reps you're doing, between 8 and 16, maybe even 20 ounces of water during your workout, which is great to stay hydrated. We want to make sure to stay hydrated because, especially after the age of 50, our sensation of thirst starts to decrease, so there's an increased chance of becoming dehydrated. Something great that's also important to have is a pair of workout gloves. Workout gloves are great because they increase the ability for you to hold on to the weights. It's easier for you to hold on to. They have a little bit of grip to them. So if you have any wrist, like carpal tunnel, or maybe you have a rheumatoid arthritis, or just maybe some arthritis in your knuckles or anything like that, osteoarthritis or anything like that, by having those gloves, it can help with increasing your grip. Also, they prevent from blisters or calluses that may develop on the hands, especially women. You know, they don't want big calluses on their hands, so that can help with that. It's great to have a watch. You can keep an eye on the time if you have any time constraints, especially if you have a digital watch. It's great when we get to in a later video the importance of rest periods between your sets of exercises. But if you have a digital watch, you're able to time those, and you're able to monitor how long you're spending in between rest periods, which is great depending on what your typical goals are. Some other things that are good to have are you want to have a good pair of exercise shoes. Running shoes are great. CrossFit shoes are great. If you're strictly doing weightlifting, boots are good. I would stick away from those. Obviously, if you're running or doing anything kind of too active like bicycling or anything, but running shoes are always great. A lot of cities have shoe stores that specialize in running shoes. For an example, like a Fleet Feet, they know what they're talking about, and they're very educated and smart in what they're doing. The benefit of going to a place that has running shoes, even if you're just doing weightlifting, is they're always very supportive, and the people in there can that when they analyze your gait, which is walking, your gait is just a term they use in physical therapy or any kind of exercise. It's in the medical field that's used as a term for your walking. How you walk is your gait, and they'll look if you pronate or supinate, which is just if your foot rolls inward or outward or different things like that. If you're flat-footed or have a high arch, and they'll analyze that and point you in the right direction of the correct shoe. So that's why a running shoe like a Fleet Feet is great to go to. If you have problems with your feet, if you have feet pain or things like that, I would go. A lot of places have inserts, orthotics that you can buy that are a lot cheaper than a custom orthotic. I would go around that route before you jump into getting a custom orthotic. I have inserts that I have bought at a running store. And they worked out great. They were like $50, and I think like $55 or something after with tax. But usually, you know, if you get custom inserts, they're going to be $300-400, and that can be a big investment, especially if they don't work. Or you can buy something a lot cheaper that works just as good, if not better. Other things you want to make sure you have in your when you're starting an exercise program is have a loose fitting clothes that breathe well. So don't have real clothes that hold in the heat well. You want to have real loose fitting and clothes that breathe. So that's important. Unless if you're running outside, it's important then if in the wintertime and stuff to have headgear and cold gear and stuff like that. But if you're in a facility where you're working out, make sure to have clothes that breathe and that are loose fitting. Other good things to have is if you work out at a facility that doesn't supply their own towels, just get a hand towel so you can wipe some sweat off your face or your body or anything like that. And then also, if you saw the video on how to do the home exercises, the stretches, because it's good to stretch every day if possible for 10 to 15 minutes, and then or 3 to 4 times a week if every day does just not fit in your busy schedule. But to get an exercise mat or a yoga mat so you have something to stretch on. So those are just some tips, easy things to get when starting an exercise program, just some equipment to help you out. I hope this helps, guys. I'll talk to you later. See you soon. Bye.